All right, I'm back with some information directly from Casey Lynch himself. If you didn't watch my last video, when I went to install this clip, I had lots and lots of problems, and actually I ended up having one of the screws the next day fall out, so I couldn't get one of them in. I ended up getting all three of them in, and then the following day when I picked the knife up, I left it on the kitchen table face up like this, or clip up like this, and this top screw right here fell out the next day. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through, tell you what he told me to do, and hopefully that'll help you out if you don't want to stick around, because I'm gonna actually try it, and I have already tried it before I started the video just to make sure it works, and it does. So information for you. So again, this is the Casey Lynch deep carry short clip for the Paramilitary 2. As I said in the last video, I suggest you use a Weehaw bit. What he told me to do is to install the top screw right here with the clip flipped 180 degrees, so hang it off the end of the knife. Start to tighten this screw down, but don't snug it up. Flip the clip around, and then you should be able to tighten or install and tighten these two screws on the bottom. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to take it off and then reinstall, and then I'll reinstall it on camera. So I have the clip off, the 3 factory screws here, my T6 Weehaw bit in my driver, and the clip here. So what he told me to do is to install this center screw, and let's see if I can get that on video. Install the center screw like this, put it on the knife itself in 180 degrees out of position. Tighten it, but not all the way. All right, so it's on there, but it's not so tight I can't turn it. I have to lift up on the clip, drop it down. I'll do my best to line up the holes on the clip and line up the holes on the handle itself. Put in this next screw over here. Let's see. Again, we want to just tighten it up. We just want to snug it up. We don't want to tighten it. So I've got one last screw to put in on this side here. And as you can see already, this is going much easier. The one tip that I would suggest, and I couldn't find mine, especially because I've had some issues getting this clip installed, and I've installed this clip and uninstalled the clip about 3 times. I personally would use some blue Loctite. I couldn't find mine, so like I said, I'm not using it, but just for peace of mind, and I'm typically not a Loctite guy, just for peace of mind, I would use some Loctite. But as you can see, the clip is on. The screws are not tightened up all the way, so I'm gonna go back and snug them up. So that's as tight as that'll go. That's as tight as that'll go. And that is as tight as that will go. So it's on, it feels secure. It does turn just a little bit. Let's see if it can be tightened again. Okay, that's snugged up, that's snugged up, and that's snugged up. They turned maybe another half a turn. But you can see it's a very springy clip. So I guess there's just a lot of tension. And he did reference that in the email. And oh, by the way, when I sent him an email, I sent him the email maybe at about 10 a.m. Friday morning, and this past Friday morning, and he replied before 11 o'clock. I think it was like 10:30. Very thorough reply, very polite. He even offered to have me send the knife back and he would install it for me. He offered a refund if I just didn't like the clip or didn't want to have to go through the hassle or whatever. Couldn't be more happy with the reply. I also sent an email to Grand Prairie Knives, GPK, where I picked this clip up at. They also replied within maybe 2 hours or so. Also, I asked them, was this common? They said they had never heard of the issue of having trouble installing the clip, which I will say Casey did say sometimes they can be hard to put on. So it's not an unknown issue, and especially if he has a technique to install it, you know that there must be something to it. But anyway, GPK, they said that they would gladly refund my money if I would like, but As you can tell, the tip that he gave me worked. I don't know if that's because it had been installed on the knife for a while and it had already kind of unsprung itself a little bit with that tension being on there. But what I'll say about that is he also gave me the tip of just putting in that center screw up here, turning the clip around, snugging it up, and then putting some credit cards or whatever underneath here. And he said that would sometimes loosen the tension if it was too tight. So all in all, the first installation was kind of rough, but I think I figured it out. And from the people I've spoken to, I don't think that they knew about that installation method. So I hope that's useful to you guys. I hope to catch you in the next video. Remember, lazy man carries a dull knife.